Green finance in corporate governance, sustainable profit and green bonds. What if your money could make the world greener and still give you impressive returns? In today's video, we're uncovering the untold story of green finance, an investment strategy so powerful that it's transforming both economies and our planet. Stick around, because by the end, you'll see why not being part of this movement might be the biggest investment mistake of the decade. What is green finance? Green finance, it's an investment strategy aimed at funding sustainable, eco-friendly projects like renewable energy, solar energy, electric cars, green buildings, and pollution control. But what most people don't know is that this market is growing faster than almost any other investment sector, with the green bond market surpassing $1 trillion globally. In fact, major corporations and governments are using these bonds to fund their carbon-neutral goals, yet many everyday investors are completely unaware of the opportunities available to them. 21 countries issued green bonds, but only a handful like Poland and Chile have fully integrated them into their national financial systems. Did you know that global green bond issuance has skyrocketed from $11 billion in 2013 to over $500 billion in 2021? What's crazy is that this isn't just happening in rich nations. Countries like Brazil and Kenya are using green bonds to fund environmental projects, helping to reshape the global economy in ways most investors haven't caught on to yet. Imagine your investments actively helping to build solar farms, reforest the planet, or fund green tech startups. Sounds incredible, right? Now, imagine being one of the few who profits from this future while others are stuck in yesterday's market. Why green finance is the ultimate safe haven. Now, let me ask you this, when markets crash, where do you run? Gold? Crypto? What if I told you that sustainable investments have become some of the safest bets? During the 2020 pandemic, when markets were in chaos, green funds outperformed traditional funds by an average of 1.3%. Companies that focus on sustainability often avoid big risks like regulatory penalties and public backlash. Investing in green finance isn't just about being ethical, it's about being smart. You're not just protecting the environment, you're protecting your portfolio. Green finance's global impact. You might think green finance is all about the US or Europe, but here's a twist, one of the biggest movers in this space is China. That's right, the world's largest polluter is also one of the biggest investors in green finance, with over $58 billion in green bonds issued in 2020 alone. Countries like Kenya are using green bonds to fund solar energy projects that will power 100,000 homes by 2025. Developing nations are becoming key players in the green economy, yet many investors are missing out on these high-impact opportunities. One surprising leader in green finance is Luxembourg. Though tiny, Luxembourg has established itself as a global hub for green bonds, launching the world's first green exchange dedicated solely to sustainable securities. It's an example of how even small players can lead the charge in the green finance revolution. Here's something you probably didn't know. Every dollar you invest in green finance could prevent carbon emissions that are equivalent to taking 1,000 cars off the road for a year. Imagine the real-world impact of your portfolio. Suddenly, your money isn't just growing, it's making a difference. How to get involved in green finance. So how can you start? You don't need to be a billionaire to make an impact. Here's where most people miss out. Green bonds. Bonds are specifically earmarked to fund environmental projects like renewable energy, sustainable infrastructure, or climate adaptation efforts. Real-life example, Apple Green Bond. Apple issued $4.7 billion in green bonds to finance renewable energy projects, waste reduction initiatives, and water efficiency projects within its supply chain. 2. Green mutual funds and ETFs, exchange-traded funds pooling money from multiple investors to invest in a portfolio of companies prioritizing environmental, social, and governance (ESG) factors. Real-life examples, iShares Global Clean Energy ETF, ICLN focuses on companies that produce energy from renewable sources like wind, solar, and hydroelectric. Green REITs, real estate investment trusts, REITs that invest in income-generating properties meet environmental standards like LEED certifications. Example, Hannon Armstrong Sustainable Infrastructure Capital. They focus on financing energy-efficient buildings and renewable energy projects. Green Sukuk, Islamic Green Bonds. Green Sukuk, Islamic Green Bonds, a Sharia-compliant bond where funds are raised for environmental projects. Real-life example, Indonesia's Green Sukuk. The Indonesian government issued the world's first sovereign green sukuk in 2018, financing renewable energy, sustainable forestry, and energy efficiency projects. Conclusion. As we've seen today, green finance isn't just a trend, it's a crucial part of building a sustainable future for both our planet and our investments. If you're serious about growing your wealth while making a positive impact, green finance is where you should be looking. Don't forget to like this video if you found these insights valuable, subscribe for more, and let us know in the comments what aspect of green finance surprised you the most.